All right. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all well. A little something different here on a Thursday. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. The week is almost over. As October, we're starting to really hit its stride. Things are even starting to cool off here in LA. I still got the air conditioner on, though, because the light starts to get a little warm after a while, and it's a little humid, actually. It's been very overcast. We've had drizzles on and off, so even though it's only in the 70s, the humidity is up, so I put the air conditioner on here, stay comfortable for the next couple of hours. But I hope you're all doing well, of course. So Tales of Arise, JRPG. I think I'm about 60% of the way through it. If you're watching Thursday Night Football, the Seahawks are actually winning a very defensive battle, 7-3 at the start of the second half. Meanwhile, the Astros took Game 1 from the White Sox, and no surprise, the Rays are up 4-0 on the Red Sox. Been saying it all along. Whoever won the wild card game was only vying for the honor of losing in the first real round of the playoffs, because goodness knows I do not consider the wild card games real rounds of the playoffs. Hello, baseball man. How's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday. I hope all is well with you. Just saying, just no surprise here as Boston losing to Tampa Bay. A little surprised at how much, not that Houston won, but they pummeled Lance Lynn today. They were up 6-0. The White Sox got a late run, but of course at that point it was already far over. And a very defensive battle in the NFL. But about to hit a new area here in Tales of Arise. Again, it's a JRPG, a lot, very narrative-driven.
Something feels odd here.
I have livestock that have reached maturity. You think they're coming back, Jaden? You think they're coming back?
Finally, some open space again.
I think you're delusional, Jaden. It's top of the sixth. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of time left, but I think I don't think you're coming back against Tampa Bay. Man, is the ranch? Hey, look at that. Got some chicken. Let's send some more chickens. Keep it cheap because gold is at a premium here. Oh, you really think so, Odoms? You think the Red Sox are still going to beat the Rays in a 5-game series? Well, I'll eat crow if I'm wrong, but I really do not believe so. And baseball man, I also don't agree that the Astros will sweep. I still pick the White Sox, but we'll see what happens. Hey, Odoms, you can call me wrong if I'm wrong, buddy. I mean, baseball man, I don't know. I mean, I probably would rather lose to the Rays in the DS. The only good thing about losing the wild card is that I genuinely hope that we get news of Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman being fired soon. That is the only thing that might be good about losing to the Red Sox in the wild card game. Jaden, like I said, I didn't really care either way because I really didn't think the Yankees or the Sox are going to beat the Rays. Again, I think they're the team to beat in the American League. I mean, baseball man, the White Sox got fat on a mediocre division for sure, but we'll see. Yeah, the Astros might win the short series, but I think a sweep is I think that's a bold prediction. A bold prediction indeed. I'm still sticking by the White Sox as I predicted them at the very beginning of the year. I think it's going to be White Sox and Rays in the ALCS, and I still think the Rays are probably the best team now in the American League, but we'll see what happens. We will see. We will see. I mean, especially, you gotta remember, you gotta, we'll see what happens when the series goes back to Chicago, too. Could be a very different. Lance McCullers looked fantastic, Odoms. That is dangerous for the rest of the league. I saw this stat in the 4th or 5th inning. I was eating lunch while watching the game. I was out at this nice Italian restaurant that I like called Fabbricini's. And Lance McCullers, at that point, this is his 3rd start of the year against the White Sox. At that point, McCullers had thrown 78 sliders against the White Sox. They were 0 for 17 against his slider with 10 strikeouts. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Baseball man, I think the Giants can beat the Dodgers too. Again, I've said it. Whoever wins the Giants-Dodgers series, which big win last night to walk it off for LA, that gives them much needed momentum. But I didn't think they were going to lose that game anyway. Whoever wins Giants-Dodgers wins it all. Yeah, he's going to want to get paid. That's very true, Jaden, and that's very true. That is what they do. Guys who are due, they typically trade them for prospects. That's why they have the best farm system in baseball, and why every few years they start to put together a team like this that make a couple of runs, and then they'll slip off, and then they'll make a couple of runs, and then they'll slip off. It's been their MO now for 15 years. Odoms, I hope you're right. I genuinely do. I don't think the Giants are beating the Cowboys this weekend, but I hope you are right. Again, I'm actually glad the Seahawks are beating the Rams. I didn't think the Rams were going to lose this game. It's very close. But I would love to see the Rams continue to falter because I live here in LA and I love to watch the LA fans squirm. But yeah, so those are my thoughts for sure on all of that stuff. But I hope you're all doing well. I appreciate everybody coming in on a Thursday. We're not doing baseball tonight. Again, Friday, tomorrow, if you haven't voted on my Twitter, right now it's 50-50. Metroid, do you want Metroid tomorrow or Far Cry 6 tomorrow? Let me know, because I'm basically, whenever that poll finishes, I'm buying one of them. So, I hope you're right, baseball man. We'll see what Dak does to the Giants' defense. I worry about the Cowboys' offense. I mean, if it gets into a shootout, the Cowboys win. Cowboys win. Oh, I agree, Jaden. I agree. Wander Franco, that's the thing. They don't re-sign any of their stars. They keep everybody on the down low. When Franco's rookie contract is up in, 3 years or whatever it is, he'll probably get dealt right before the deadline. Baselman doesn't, know. So Metroid Dread is a continuation of the old side-scroller. It's the 5th in the old side-scrolling Metroid series, whereas Far Cry 6 is a first-person shooter. Set in a fictional, we'll say it's fictional South American country. Or Central American country, we'll say. Odoms, I saw that with Carolina. A 6th-round pick, man. I would have made that trade in my sleep. I wish the Giants made that pick. Totally worth it, I think. He's not what he once was, but when he's healthy, I think he's eligible, actually, when the Panthers play the Giants. I think that's a great move. Yeah, I think it's a good move. Yeah, baseball man saying Far Cry. It's interesting. People who don't... I've had a few people who have, DM'd me and are like... I'm voting the poll. They're like, I want Metroid. I want Far Cry. That's fine, baseball man, if you don't have Twitter. But, yeah, if you do, feel free to give me a follow there. It's usually the same stuff. It's sports, it's wrestling, it's video games, it's Ray Carcillo. It's what I do. But, yeah, actually, I also had a meeting today, which was a few meetings that some went well, some that didn't. That's very true, baseball. Any team had a chance to get him, but the Panthers were the one who jumped on it. Well, they rely on bums sometimes, but I mean, Arozarena's not a bum, Franco's not a bum, Nelson Cruz obviously can still go yard at any point, so he's a threat at least until the World Series. Kevin Kiermaier is a good player. Brandon Lau over at second base has a lot of pop for a second baseman. I don't want to say they have bums, but G-Man Choi still has some pop in that bat. But, I mean, it's their pitching. The fact that they keep using openers is, I think, very interesting. They have a lot of depth. And I think they have more, I think they have more than the Red Sox, honestly. So, hey, look at that. The Rams took the lead on a touchdown, and then they missed the extra point. Who wants to bet that comes back to haunt them, huh? That's also true, Odoms. If the Bucks got Gilmore, that would have made that division almost impossible. But, well, when credit where it's due, actually, McClanahan went a full 5 for Tampa Bay tonight. But, anyway, so... Alright, so we got our livestock. We go to the mountain trail.
Something feels odd here.
Look at the map. Let's see, there's probably some stuff to get over here, probably some stuff to get over here. And I don't know which way is the way to go, because we got 3. You know, he's maybe a bum baseball man and how he manages things in the postseason, but I'd rather have him than Aaron Boone, honestly. He's gotten farther.
I just noticed none of you other Danons have spirit cores. Why is that?
So
both of my parents were part of the resistance.
we get a little bit of a cut scene here.
My birth
But
was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in...
To be completely honest,
Kinda skip-
I'm
can
not
skip
sure
some of
why
the
I don't
dialogue.
have one. All the other
Unless you guys
demonstrations
wanna hear
I
it.
did, I was the only
You could always
exception.
get going and get more into
They
the
tried to keep their
action.
distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers because of my mask and all. And what about you, Kisara? Do you still have your...
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job.
Baseball man, I can't stand the 4 outfielder thing
One of the
either.
benefits of coexistence.
It's not just quirky. I think
I
it's
know
kind of
that the
unnecessary
spirit
in,
vessel
I
was
would say,
shut down.
99% of the
There wasn't
cases.
much need for me to hurry, but
I just think
still,
it's weird.
I didn't
But,
think
I mean,
having
again,
that
a lot of
service
teams
would
don't
mean
take
going on
advantage
any
of it.
longer
I
than
know
I had
in
to.
the first game of that 3-game set,
It
the
may sound a
Yankees
little
did, but,
strange to hear me say this, but
oh no, Jaden, there's a lot
I
more
just
holding the
knew
Yankees
that.
back than the manager. I was talking about this yesterday. The Yankees had the 3rd most home runs in the league, and they were 21st, I think, in runs scored. You know what that means? Is that the Yankees were even... It's exactly, Baseball Man said it. The Yankees hit 234 as a team. Even in the mid-2000s when they weren't winning, but they were still getting to the playoffs and relatively deep, or even a few years ago, used to be a bloop, and a blast. Now it's a blast or a bust. And all those solo home runs... They'll win you a fair amount of regular season games, but you can't win October baseball like that. Look at the wild card game. The Yankees only runs 2 solo home runs. You can't win again in October with that. You need to score. You need to play small ball. And Aaron Boone, everything's about I said Marcus Timms. It's all about launch angle and all that other garbage. What's up, Sensei? How's it going, buddy? And that's the thing, Baseball Man. They start to get cold. Pitchers start to get lulled into a sense of security, and then you start to get those cement mixer sliders or those BP fastballs, and then, yeah, Stanton and Judge go yard. The fact that the Yankees only had 1 hitter hit above 275 this year,
And it is those who can
Stanton
no
and
longer
Stanton and LeMahieu were close, but I think they were still in the low 270s. But Judge was the only guy who hit above 280 for sure. Exactly, Baseball Man. You said it, my friend. Bada bing, bada boom. That is what you need.
resigned to just accept
You need guys to get on base. You need guys to set the table. It's why the Yankees won in the late 90s. Knobloch would get on, then Jeter would get on, and then you have your Paul O'Neill, your Bernie Williams, your Tino Martinez, your Jorge Posadas. Or even then at the bottom of the lineup, right? You had your Scott Brociouses. You had your Chad Curtises, right? Guys who weren't, they would occasionally go yard, but they were mostly there to get on base then for the top of the lineup. All right, let's kill some birds. Gallo was a terrible pickup. I completely agree, Jaden. Things are okay, Sensei. Things are okay. This is fun. The Mystic Arts. Yeah. Bird, here we go. Bird never had a chance. But yeah, Gallo was a bad pickup, in my opinion. His average dropped 30 points as a Yankee. Like, that says something. Like,
some good weapon crafting material.
so, oh, there's another bird. Let's get this guy. It's just one guy. We can take care of him.
This one will be difficult to predict.
So the last time we played this game, we filled out our party. We got everybody now is on the team that should be on the team according to the story. But no, I agree. Gallo was a bad pickup. I like Rizzo. I would love if the Yankees find a way to re-sign him, but I don't think they will. You think he got power from his beard, Jaden? Maybe some guys that messes him up. You know, Baseball Man, I don't. I know a lot of people say that, especially like F1 is so different from NASCAR. And the thing is, I love racing games. Like, I love the Forza series. But I just never got into watching it. Uh-oh.
All right.
Is this a tutorial? Yeah, tutorial mission. I already know this, though. But yeah, I never got into any motorsports.
There's nowhere to run from my puck. When he slows down, that's our chance. No escape.
It's like trying to.
I've seen battle bots like way back in the day, Sensei, and then I saw when they brought it back. I think Allison Hayslip was one of like the sideline reporter or something, former G4 correspondent. I've seen battle bots. Robot Wars, I imagine, is a lot like the same thing. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I haven't watched any of that stuff in a while. I mean, Jaden, I can't predict the Yankees record now. I don't know what the team's gonna look like. I mean, you've got so many expiring contracts to predict their record now would be a fool's errand. Oh, it's in the UK. Okay, gotcha, Sensei. It's the UK version. There we go. Nice, Sensei. So you're the battle bots guy for I gotcha. You're the ranting battle bots guy.
I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather...
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you.
Oh, nice, dude. Well, welcome back.
Never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
They look like the remains of a bunch of.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second
I appreciate
thought.
everybody who comes back. I appreciate everybody who hangs out, especially when we're not doing. I know a lot of folks come here for the baseball and for sports games. So when I do other stuff that is other interests, I appreciate when people stop by. Like Styles, welcome back, Styles. How's it going?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase.
So
I simply love
the New York
objects that give me a
Rangers.
sense of what their maker was
They have
thinking.
an outside chance, baseball man, but I think if they're going to get in, it's going to be as one of those 2 wild card spots at the bottom. I'm really curious to see how this new lineup gels.
I still don't know
You know, new coach, obviously a lot of new players, very different mindset, different approach than the last 3 years under Quinn. I feel like they're going in the right direction.
It's just old.
If they don't, I'll say this, I think that if they don't make it this season,
holding it in your hand.
they will definitely make it the season after.
Feel and engage with the distant past in a way no
Jaden, I think that's a very fair prediction. I think the Blue Jays are the hottest team, the team on the up and up
Well, seeing
in the
as
division.
history-
I could definitely see Toronto winning the American League East next year.
But of course.
So the best, the best New York teams now, Sensei, I wouldn't say they're all very bad baseball. The Brooklyn Nets, the New York Knicks. The Knicks, obviously, I think are a playoff team again this year. The Nets, if they stay healthy, are very dangerous. The Islanders are very good in hockey. The Devils are terrible. The Rangers, I think, are a borderline playoff team. Jaden, I don't think they win 110 games. I think that's a little out there. The Blue Jays. We'll see what happens, but I think they could win 100 games, maybe. We'll see. Again, we'll see what happens to them, too. And again, a couple of bad injuries, and the whole season goes up in smoke. You never know what's going to happen. No, Styles, I don't think they have an easy series. I think a lot of teams... I don't know why everybody's sleeping on Chicago so bad, right? The Astros probably win this series, but I wouldn't sleep on Chicago. I wouldn't sleep on Chicago. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, look, we got an achievement. Hey! Baseball, man, the Nets built their team like the Yankees used to build their teams. Hey, look at that. Unlocking stuff left and right. All right.
I sense a strange power from this. You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
You know what? Probably Styles, but I would not sleep on the Lakers for sure. Okay, let's see. We can go do all these. This is nice. Let's see. Yeah, this is a good one. All right, he's a good one. You know them from Cobra Kai Sensei. Yeah. The Lakers are one of the greatest NBA franchises. Them and the Celtics. Styles, it's, so baseball, man. Okay, so first off, Styles, I hope that Aaron Boone joins Luis Rojas in the unemployment line very soon. I agree with that. Point purge, baseball, man. All it is if you want to get rid of your points, because I've had people, I had 2 people request that. That's why I added it. It's just a way to dump the points. They didn't want me to do anything. They just wanted a way to get rid of a lot of points all at once, and so that's what it is. It's a point purge. It's just a way to get rid of it. Jaden, I hope the Yankees... I would love for the Yankees to do that, but I'm going to tell you why they can't. But first off, Gallo's under contract for 1 more year. I think they're going to deal with him. Rizzo, they probably don't re-sign. They can't get rid of Stanton's contract. Who's going to take $30 million a year for Stanton? And I think they're going to try and re-sign Judge. Judge's contract is up, by the way. I'm pretty sure Judge, Torres, and Sanchez, I'm pretty sure all their contracts are up this year, but please correct me if I'm wrong. No, baseball, man, the points are worthless. For me, the points are worthless. Like, if you spend points, I get nothing. They're literally just the thing to help keep you guys entertained in chat. The points are worthless to me. I want bits. When you donate bits, that's when I get money and I get higher in the algorithm, and it helps me kind of get people hopefully to join the channel and whatnot. Bits and subs. Points are worthless. Sensei, here's the thing. Don't if you do too many dabs, I will stop and I'll time you out. We've actually talked about that because there's been some folks have come in and tried to spam certain things. There is a limit, so I will put a limit on you. What's up, Tidy? How's it going? Call dedication is, if you do call dedication, the next goal I score in hockey or the next home run I hit in baseball is dedicated to you. I recommend you do call dedication, of course, on a night where I'm playing a sports game or a touchdown. I call out your name in chat. You've actually seen it a few times probably on my TikToks. No, I appreciate it, Sensei. What's up, Tidy? Congrats on your win today. You guys look very, very good. Jaden, I'll happily give you Stanton for Kike Hernandez and Hunter Renfroe. How's that? How about that one? Like, yeah, no, I mean, you guys want to eat that contract? Or give me Tanner Houck or whatever. Give me a couple of pitcher or something. Tidy Screens, we talked about it earlier. His slider, he dominates the White Sox with that slider, man. It is unbelievable how sharp he is with that slider. Well, I mean, you got to give something to get something, Jaden. Styles, I know exactly what happened. I said it last night. Garrett Cole is not a legit number 1, at least mentally. He has the stuff. But this is the Yankees, the Cole that the Yankees got is the same Cole from Pittsburgh, not from Houston. The reason why Cole was so dominant in Houston was he was the number 2 behind Verlander, right? He was the guy behind Verlander as Baseball Man gets a dab. There you go. There's your dab, Baseball Man. So now that Cole's a legit number 1, it's just like in Pittsburgh. He doesn't have that killer mentality to be a true number 1 like a Scherzer or somebody. Or a Verlander when he was in his prime. All right, Jaden, give me like 3 or 4 of your best prospects you can have, Stanton. I'll do that. Yeah, Jaden, because he can't pitch in a big game. I think he faced you guys 4 times, and he went 1-3. I think he did have 1 good start against you, but I think that's it. All right, Baseball Man, have a good night, buddy. Good talking with you. Cole? I never said Cole was a top... I said Cole was a top 10 pitcher. I never said he was a number 2. behind DeGrom. I never thought Cole was the number two best pitcher in all of baseball. Are you kidding me? The past couple of years he's had, the big games he's been in, and he's failed? No. You know, Styles, the Brewers might sweep the Braves. I wouldn't be surprised. That's the one series in the true first round, because again, the wild card is not the first round. In the true first round, I think it's the one series you could see a sweep. I think the Brewers could sweep the Braves. Well, Styles, I'm going to explain very simply. A lot of people are very stupid as well. Cole's top 10. He's not top 2. Not top 2. He had the same season as Robbie Ray basically this year. Yeah, maybe, Jaden. But here's the thing. He had some good games without the spider tattoo. Again, guys, he's not what he was in Houston because he's a head case. He's not a legit number 1, unfortunately. He's a head case. I mean, look, you look at some guys like top 2. I know he had a rough September, but, well, tidy screens, and I just explained why. Him and Verlander, that 1-2 punch. Without all the pressure on Cole, he pitches better. He knows the Yankees don't have anybody behind him pitching-wise, and that gets in his head, and it hurts him. Same thing in Pittsburgh. Exactly, Jaden, exactly. You know, Walker Buehler was up there. He had a bad month, I know, but like bad month in September, but he's still got such good stuff. I think I think Buehler's gonna have a good playoffs. I'm not ready to put some of the guys in the Giants staff. Like Gossman has to do it consistently, right? This year could very easily be an aberration there in San Fran, but he had a great year. Corbin Burns is up there. Freddie Peralta. But again, I want to see these guys do it for a couple more years. Gosh. Top 2. I mean, that's the thing. It moves around so much, the top 10 pitchers in baseball. Yeah, maybe, Jaden. Maybe. It's very easy to zero in now on that single pitch. But here's the thing. I'll also say this. If the Yankees didn't blow so many late games with the bullpen, opening day against Toronto, the Grand Slam game against the Angels, one of the games against the Mets, I think they were winning and they blew it. The game a couple weeks ago against Baltimore, like 3 or 4 games against Baltimore. The game would have been at Yankee Stadium, and no offense, Jaden, I think it's a very different game if the Red Sox are visiting Yankee Stadium instead of the Yankees going up to Fenway. Never mind the Stanton long balls. I think the game as a whole is very different if that game is at Yankee Stadium. I just think it's a different thing. I think it's... yeah, I know, Jaden. Well, again, you're the one who's bringing up 2-1 changeups. So, I mean, what are you going to do, right? It is what it is. The season's over now. The Rams are starting to pull away. The Seahawks came back down to earth in the second half. As going bottom 7, Rays still up 4-0 against Boston. Just mowing them down. So anyway.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the truth.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that can probably say that, right? But for me, again, I care more about the Yankees, right? Like,
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
what's in here? We think we're gonna get in some trouble? I think we're gonna get ourselves in some trouble here. I'm gonna do a save, manual save. Huzzah, huzzah! Yeah, again, Styles, the Yankees offense, we go back to it. The Yankees have one of the worst offenses in baseball. The Yankees had the least amount of runs scored of all the playoff teams, right? They were 21st in the league, a 234 average. They, yeah, 234 batting average, and I think they were 21st in runs scored. And again, they hit a lot of home runs, a lot of solo home runs. The Yankees They're not the Bronx. They're the Bronx Bombers in terms of they hit a lot of home runs. But at least it used to be a bloop, bloop, and a blast. They have nobody to hit the bloops anymore. Nobody get on base. A lot of folks like to talk about OPS, on base, plus slugging. I'm here to tell you, walks don't only matter if you can get a home run after it. At the end of the day, getting hits in doubles, singles, making the defense, putting the ball in place sometimes instead of striking out, and putting pressure on the defense, it's still a basic thing of fundamental baseball. When the Yankees were able to do that a couple times this year, they said those were the only couple of easy wins they had. Yeah, I know, Jaden. I'm not blaming the wall. Although it was hysterical to hear John Sterling screw up the play call, the play-by-play, because of the wall. That was funny. I thought that was funny anyway. All right, let's see what we got here. We got some big fellas. Yeah, Rodriguez is fine on Fox. I hate him as a... I don't mind him as a pre- and post-game analyst. I can't stand him as the color guy on ESPN. I can't. I just can't. I thought they were going to win 2 styles. The fact that it went to the ninth, I mean, credit where it's due. Wainwright is still... He's still an ace, like, a lot of times in my opinion. When he's healthy, Wainwright is still one of the best pitchers in baseball. His curveball remains filthy. You know, I know he only went, 5 1/3, but still, that's exactly what you're expecting from your ace there in a game like that. And then it's just a shame Alex Reyes really had a terrible second half. And he just wasn't the same after the All-Star break. And he hung a, what was it, a slider, I think, and that was it. And Chris Taylor, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens against the Giants.
I wonder if we can make new weapons.
I know, Jaden. I know that was, because I know you were also Jaden on TikTok. But that's why, like, I at the end of the day, again, I wasn't going to do a preview because I'm like, the wild card game in the American League doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All it did is screw over whoever won that game. Because now Eovaldi won't go to Game 3? Well, Styles, I'll agree with that. Brett Gardner shouldn't have played this year, in my opinion, but he wanted to play one more year in front of fans. And I can appreciate that, and I understand that, but to me, Gardner was done last year, honestly.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing. I never miss.
Oh, I just realized I doubled up on one of the moves. I need to change that. Yeah, tidy screens. I was kind of surprised. I thought this might have been... I thought the White Sox on paper could have taken this game, no offense. But Lynn did not play up to his potential, and it showed. I mean, here's the thing. If the Astros go up 2-0, the series is over, right? Like, the White Sox aren't going to do a reverse sweep. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. No, I think the Mets are just crybabies, Jaden.
I think I'm getting stronger.
I think that's all it is that they knew that they were in trouble that game, even though they ended up holding on to win, or coming back to win. And at the end of the day, they're just, they were already looking for excuses. And that's it, right? Like, yeah, we'll do this one. Or maybe this one. Styles, he better, right? I mean, there's no doubt about it, right? Like that you guys paid him a lot of money and he's not he did not perform this year at all.
It's so hilly.
But neither did a lot of the Mets.
I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
So, but I mean, again, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with a lot of teams. Right, the off season is going to be interesting. There's going to be it's a kind of a mediocre free agent class, honestly. Right, it's gonna be interesting to see who goes to arbitration and all this other stuff. Like, I mean, losing to Grom. Well, Styles, I said this yesterday. I think the Yankees should trade Chapman and make Severino the closer. There's also a lot of old guys. That's also very true, Jaden. There's a lot of old guys. Scherzer, Verlander, I think, is a free agent. I'm not sure. Yeah, I would trade Chapman. And maybe somebody, like, honestly, to sweeten the deal. Because, again, he's got a $15 million a year contract. That's a lot for a closer. Even somebody who's still considered elite, right? Like, I would trade Chapman and somebody else for, I don't know, a shortstop or a catcher, right? And I would make Severino the closer. I'm being completely 100% serious. I would make Severino the closer. I don't think Severino's a starter anymore. I think he's had too many injuries. I don't think his body can hold up. And I think the Yankees would rather... And Herman as well. I'm being serious. I would make Herman a reliever, and I would make DeGrom a reliever. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what the Mets do with that as their double play combo for sure, especially to start the year. But Baez is very streaky too. I've heard the Mets are going to tender him a one-year deal, Styles, so that this way, if he goes elsewhere, they'll get draft compensation. But, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, Conforto didn't have a terrible year. He definitely had a down year, but he didn't have a terrible year. But we'll see. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. You probably know more about the Mets than I do, but... All right, this should be... Let's have some fun.
Damn it! This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing. I never miss.
I agree. The Yankees should get rid of Torres, Sanchez. Oh, goodness. Oh, I got knocked out. Somebody revive me!
Do they not teach you to say thank you, Indiana? Not to a Renan, they don't.
There it is. Resurrection spell. I mean, that's fair, Styles, but I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, man, going forward with the Mets for sure.
You don't mess around.
All right, got through this fight. The Patriots, the best 1-3 team. Oh, that's a tough call, Jaden. I mean, let's go through it. I think they're better than the Seahawks. I think they're better than the Giants and the Jets. They're better than the Falcons. All right, we got some armor here. Bang. Right? Yeah, that increase in defense. I mean, I'd have... You know what? It's tough to say. The Steelers are pretty good still, I think. But Ben has not played up to his potential. I mean, the Texans, I think, right now are terrible, Tidy. I think without... I mean, Tyrod Taylor is respectable, but yeah, without him, they're not even respectable. So, I mean, the Patriots are definitely better than the Texans. Are the Colts 1-3? They're better than the Colts. They're better than the Dolphins. No, I don't, Styles. I don't think the Giants beat the Cowboys. I think it's gonna be a shootout, and I think the Cowboys win that game. I think a game where the offenses have to match each other. I think the Cowboys win that game, unless we break Dak's ankle again, which I'm not wishing on him. But that honestly, I think it's the only way the Giants win. Like seriously, like I just don't think that.
Good equipment.
I can't say its appearance.
I think that's really it. That's all they got. That's their only hope. It's their only hope. Use a gel. They call them gels. They basically replenish certain stats and things. Heal herself. Wow, that says everything I need to know about that game, Jaden. Holy cow. Well, so I guess the Rams are gonna go to 3-1 or 4-1, right? I should say, because I forgot this is 4-1. Wow, Geno Smith. Whew. That game must be a blowout now.
Abandoned ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Oh, let me use this item. I didn't realize I was at full. 'Cause you can't come back to get it. I didn't even realize it either. I didn't even realize it either that Geno Smith was still in the league. Oh, it's still, wow, is Russ hurt? Is he all right? That seems almost unbelievable that in a 9-point game in the coming into the fourth quarter, that you take out Russell Wilson. Like maybe 23-7 and you save him, but like, 'cause I also get that it's a short week for these two teams, and like, but wow.
I can feel my precision improving.
So let's see. All right. Yeah, I can't believe I can't believe they would bench him. That just seems I don't know. That seems wrong almost. Like I don't know. Like I don't agree with it. I think that's very like Styles you say. That's very odd. That's just very very odd. Let's see. Max HP. Yeah, we'll give this to Rinwell. Get her some HP. Hit points, for those of you who don't know, aren't quite familiar, maybe not familiar with RPGs or JRPGs. Yeah, I don't think he's the, he ended Eli Manning's streak. That's what he's the goat of. Oh man, Geno Smith. Unbelievable. Oh man. He just stole home. Oh, I can't wait to see that replay later. Woo. One of the most exciting plays in baseball. You only see it a couple times a year. I am sorry, Jaden, but I warned you, buddy. I told you. And I wasn't trying to be a jerk. I just legit don't believe. I just, yeah, like, I really just don't believe that you guys can beat them.
Quite literally.
So Mahawk Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look across the...
Yeah, I think that's a fair prediction, Tidy. I think that's a very fair prediction. I said it. The Rays will win in 4 or 5. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair, Jaden. Look, you gotta have hope for your team, right? Like you gotta believe, as they say. But I got even as a Yankee fan, I just watching this team this year and both of these teams, I'm like, neither Boston or Tampa Bay is good enough, or excuse me, Boston or the Yankees are good enough to beat Tampa Bay. You're right, Styles. Oh, he hurt his finger? Okay, that makes more sense. An injury? I gotcha. He hurt his finger? Okay, now suddenly, aha! We have all the information. Probably the most old man thing I've done in a while. Ha-ha! Like a old-timey movie or something. Anyway. Should twirl my mustache as I say it. I mean, that's fair, Jaden. If the Red Sox had played in the second half the way they did in the first, they'd look like powerhouses. And the Yankees wouldn't have even made the wild card game. You know what, Styles? I'm going to say the Giants in 5. I'm going to say the Giants in 5. I think it's going to be very close, but I think it's going to be the Giants in 5. I think it's going to be a very, very close series, Giants and Dodgers, and I think it's going to be just the fact, honestly, that they had to spend... I think what's going to cost them, I think, is they had to spend Scherzer on, the fact that they had to spend Scherzer in the wild card game. Which is, again, why I can't stand the one game wild card BS. I hate it. I really hope that as part of the new CBA, they do expand the playoffs next year. Wow, that's insane, Jaden. Could you imagine if under Geno Smith, the Seahawks steal this game from the Rams? Holy cow! Well, I guess you gotta believe after all. How much time is left? Because if there's still like 7 or 8 minutes left in this game's not over. Could you imagine if Geno Smith takes over for 9 minutes? Yeah, that game's not over yet. We got ourselves a ball game, boys!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Through these lands most verdant green.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word?
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renan cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astro...
Randy Arozarena is one of those guys that is super clutch. He's just super clutch. You need a guy like him on your team. If the Rays don't re-sign him, I hope the Yankees do. I mean, 100% serious.
Until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid...
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so...
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you...
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
You need those kinds of character guys that can step up in the postseason. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree, Jaden. He'll be a free agent. The Rays, he's going to want to get paid. He ain't going to stay in Tampa Bay for peanuts. You know, I wouldn't be. I'm being completely serious. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cubs actually re-sign him. But otherwise, I mean, who needs a first baseman and is willing to pay, right? He could stay with the Yankees. He could go to Boston. He could go back to Chicago.
The true power of the blazing sword.
Right? I mean, talk about guys who want to get paid. Like,
You truly mean that? Thank you.
I'm just as curious as everybody else where he's gonna go. I don't know. But I'm gonna say this too though. If he does stay with the Yankees, if he resigns, he will. Luke Voigt will definitely be gone. JD Martinez? Oh God, no. God, no. I think on it. I can't. No. If the Yankees sign JD Martinez, I'm gonna storm Yankee Stadium. I do not want he's Stanton. He's another Giancarlo Stanton, except for maybe even a worse fielder than him. That's a terrible idea. JD Martinez's best years are behind him. Way behind him. I mean, and that's the thing, too. The Yankees need more infielders, if anything. They don't need outfielders. Because people forget, we got Aaron Hicks coming back. We got kids like Jason Dominguez coming up in a couple of years. The Yankees in the outfield will be fine, especially if they re-sign Judge. I want a catcher. I want a shortstop.
Thank you.
A first baseman. That's where the Yankees need to go this offseason. That's cool.
I can't hold on much longer. Thank you.
You're helping me become a pattern.
It's for the good of all of us.
Is it now?
I think Schwarber is an upgrade. Plus, he's a lefty. I would keep. I mean, yeah, Jaden, I agree with that. Actually, I think the Red Sox are more dangerous with Schwarber than Martinez as the DH. You think the Marlins are going to open up their checkbook, though, Styles? I feel like they're trying to be the next Tampa Bay with all these young kids and the prospects, right? Like, I know they got a lot riding on Alcantara, I think it is, and right, that's their one pitcher, I think. You really think they're going to go? You think they're going to go after somebody like Rizzo? Oh, I agree. Oh, Jaden, I completely agree. Schwarber, yeah, Schwarber's way better than Martinez. You are a much more dangerous lineup. Why, did I say something? Did I say the opposite? Did I say Schwarber's way better than Martinez? Schwarber is a huge upgrade. You're way more dangerous with Schwarber as the DH. I agree. I completely agree. The Marlins, I mean, again, in the Marlins, look, I think they're going to try and keep Jesus Aguilar, honestly. Aguilar's a solid player. I mean, the thing is that Jeter's trying to do. I know what you meant, Styles. Jeter, I figured it out after a second or two. Jeter's trying to be like the Rays. They're drafting well, or the old Marlins drafting well. That's also true, Jaden. Actually, Schwarber would fit right in at Yankee Stadium. That's actually a very good point. I would not mind if the Yankees got him instead, but I unfortunately don't think that's gonna happen.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
And Schwarber can also play the outfield in a pinch. That's right, I forgot. He's an emergency catcher. Easy emergency catcher. Actually, I'd rather have Schwarber as the backup than Higashioka. I like Higgy, but let's be honest, Higgy's a barely a major league caliber backup catcher. And also, yeah, if he could catch, would be great, because then we could I'd get rid of Sanchez in a heartbeat.
On a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright
Whee!
Guess I misread the landing.
Oh no!
Still thinking about it.
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all.
Yeah, he's an all-around good player. You're very right,
For as long as
Jaden.
I can remember,
Which in the end, pretty
Then
much
again, Rizzo's the same. Rizzo's very much. Rizzo's just obviously just the first baseman.
I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Styles, I would have Velasquez be the 9-hitter and be the starting shortstop.
When I set out on this journey,
He's speed at the bottom of the lineup. He's a good fielder. He's not a lot of pop, but you don't need a lot of pop out of the 9
wisdom
hole.
that I could potentially put to use
Or even make him a leadoff hitter and then put LeMahieu too. He's a speedy guy who can drop down a bunt, and then also you have Tyler Wade can come in late in the games, or give Gio a spell, or one of these other guys a spell.
Don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes.
Oops. Sorry about that.
Now that you mention
Eh. I mean, Schwarber did have that ridiculous tear,
out and about on your travels.
right?
What do you mean?
Eating what you like.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does. Which I get.
Yeah, to be honest.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure.
You hear that, Law?
I mean, look, I'll take Schwarber.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just...
It will do her good to have
No, not Kisara. I meant...
me.
Typical Renan.
Rinwell, I don't think.
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intent.
I'm sure no one doubts that.
No, I don't want Nelson Cruz. Why would I want Nelson Cruz, Styles? He's 41 years old. He can't play the field anymore. The Yankees have already collected way too many
Believe it or
DHs.
not, sometimes
I do not want Nelson Cruz. Not at all. Not in the slightest.
Something wrong?
Not exactly. I was merely...
Etiquette.
Indeed.
Not to say he's not a good player anymore. There are plenty of teams that could use a DH.
Do we really need to talk
No.
about this now?
Is he, Jaden? Is Schwarber staying on the Sox?
On your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want?
I mean, maybe. The Red Sox had a higher payroll this year than the Yankees.
Like you.
The Yankees are really trying to stay under that luxury
Maybe you miss
tax.
how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps. But
I mean, that's fair. That's fair, Styles. Yeah, no, I do not want Nelson Cruz. I do not want Nelson Cruz. You know who I wouldn't mind? Actually, Jake Cronenworth, who's a free agent this year out of San Diego. I wouldn't mind if Cronenworth became the shortstop.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other...
Jake Cronenworth is in San Diego. He's a free agent this season, this coming season, or this off season, I should say.
I will concede that you do indeed.
I think Jake Cronenworth would be a great pickup. I don't know if Bryant stays, Styles. There's still a part of me that thinks Rizzo and Bryant are going to go back to Chicago. There really
I
is.
wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
But money talks and BS walks. We'll see what happens. And obviously the Cubs are trying to get younger. But they also knew that they were out of it this year, and they got themselves some pretty good prospects in return.
If you like.
But I definitely think Baez is done. Baez is more going to stay in the Mets.
If you say so.
That's right, Jaden. Cronenworth, in a pinch, Cronenworth can be a reliever. He is in the show.
I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not going to let this go.
What is this way? Oh no, it's a story beat. No, I want to go back. Yeah, he's struggling a little bit here in my franchise team, but I still would like him in real life.
What's up? Are you tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
Take care, Jaden. Good talking to you, buddy. Good luck to your Red Sox, even though I think you're going to need a lot more than my good luck wishes.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to
No, I agree, Styles. I think Cronenworth would be the perfect fit for the Yankees and should replace Torres at shortstop. Or if you really want, put him at second, if he wants to play second that badly, move LeMahieu to third, and then Gio to short. Or Velasquez, and have him kind of rotate.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Uh-oh.
Been looking for you. Me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me.
All right, Styles, take care, buddy. Have a good night.
Precious life. That is all I desire.
Mysterious Swordman. I did not want to do... I would not have gone this way. I would have kept exploring if I knew, especially that there was a boss battle after this. So, a lot of times, actually, battles like this, I wouldn't be surprised, too, is you get into half health, and then it's another cutscene, and he runs away. I have a feeling that this guy's going to be like a final boss kind of thing, or maybe a second to last boss. Because they teased him earlier in the game. Like, he's got 5 levels on us. If I knew this was coming, I would have waited. I would have waited for sure.
Your helping me has become a habit. For the good of all of us. Even now.
See what I can do.
Can you take it? Show me your
Oh wow, didn't even get to half health before the cutscene was triggered. Look at that, it's almost like a choke slam. Oh, that didn't look good. That was a bit of glitchy. My God, he went right through the shield. Not good. Little mage girl. That's gonna hurt. Oh, don't tell me her owl pet is like... No, it's just comedic effect. Take the shot! Take the shot!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die.
Oh, gave him a nice scar. She missed, but she gave him a scar. Ooh, she took out his eye! Okay, that shot should have done more damage than it did. I know she didn't take out his eye, but she scarred him. I guess maybe because it's an energy bullet, so it probably burned him a little bit. Ooh, eye for an eye. Oh, was the mask gonna snap off? Unlimited power! Oh, snap. Well, that was unexpected.
Till next time.
Well, Darth Maul there, or whatever, is got a new nice face marking.
Shion, wake up, please. Shion.
Thanks, but you're kind of crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I.
Must be some armor she's got there.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Oh, and every time he glows like that, he gets some memories back.
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns,
Well, that's a
right?
good plan.
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go.
Shion, are you sure?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
Ooh, the magic of a
His sword
JRPG.
went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate...
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it.
a light? I don't know.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dan?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember?
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck? Hey.
Alright, so this is the way to go. But that also means I'm gonna go back. I gotta explore.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt.
I'm fine, really. See for your...
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that. But there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just
Anybody else
trying to
hanging
put on a
out?
brave face to you?
Chat's got quiet. I think
can't
folks
feel
are heading
pain.
out for the night.
But you still can. Can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me.
It's not that. I just...
Well, if chat stays quiet, maybe we bounce for the... Maybe I'll end the stream early tonight. Right, because I was something this way, and there's something up that way too. Everybody's at level 24. Well, we'll save, definitely, so we don't have to go through all that again later. In case case anything happens. How many items did we use? Okay, it's not too bad. Just a couple of peach gels. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Oh, and actually she rested enough to use some arts, which is good, so we'll heal her. I forgot I can climb faster too by holding the right trigger. Also, use a level 28, so we can. Going back here is good too because we're not gonna grind, but we'll get a few more battles in.
Don't be such a pessimist. Hear my call. Get in the wind. Hit here. I'll be fighting this one.
Flying freaks! Why can't they just
Leave the enemy arm.
Can you take care of them?
No sooner seconds here.
Incantation ruined.
They're surrounding us.
We turn the tables on.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Now, this is it. Astral energy.
Say no more. Got.
Well done.
Now you see what I can do. Far enough. I'm ready.
Alright.
I need
Alright.
to be stronger.
We'll pick up some peppers. And then let's see, we can head down here.
Guess I misread the
Guess I missed the landing.
Come on.
One's mine.
Resonate with the
Another
earth.
fist. Lunar corruption. By the power of water.
Resonate with the earth.
Lightning orb. Here's the
Got fired.
I've got this. We've got a marksman here.
All yours.
In a bind. We're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me. Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady.
Something you wanted to say?
And there we go. One of the anti-flyers. I don't mean that in
Looks like
a
you want something.
anti-Philadelphia flyer way, but let's see. Alright. Oh, we got stuff this way. Okay. Nothing here. Oh, maybe something this way. Oh, they're gonna chase. Oh man, I fooled them. At least for the moment. Heal them. Usually get items when you heal people in the world. Tempest Zone. Stone. Yeah, and they're kind of blocking the entrance, so we gotta. We're stuck. We're gonna have to fight them anyway.
Anything in armor is all. Can you take it?
Art expert coming through! Annihilation!
I can ensure you survive this.
I never
Pesky
think.
airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for you. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady.
Something you wanted to say? Do it! You're going pretty hard in this battle.
I am not usually given to restraint.
Sometimes I believe you're stronger than you let on. These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content. Can't be squirreled! I'll heal you all! Ready up, thank you! Dance in the wind! I'll smash you! Healing air thrust!
You're helping me to become a path.
Now!
Alright. You weren't too hard anyway.
Energy!
Say no more.
With this, I can become
E.
even stronger.
Rinwell is gaining more experience because she's in the party. I think. Let's see. Who's got... Dohalim's got the least amount of experience. And then Kasara next. So we'll keep Dohalim in there for sure. And let's see. This is the mountain path, the other one I wanted to explore. So we know the story is the other way. Let's see what goodies are this way. Especially since, at least thus far, it might be actually a giant monster. It's one of the things that you have to fight sometimes in this game. Let's see. Yeah, if nobody pops in, we'll probably go for another 10 or 15 minutes or so, and then probably call it a night. A fast travel point was added. Well, that's good. Oh, wow. There's a whole bunch of places. I wonder if there's, what kind of monsters, or how many monsters, or maybe we just get lucky and it's just a kind of a treasure trove for us.
What's that big tower over there?
Huh. Yeah, that's a great question. Great question. Fantastic. Definitely something we're gonna have to, we might check out. Might be an end game sort of thing. I don't mean Avengers, I mean as in the end game of the game. Oh, almost missed this one. All kinds of stuff to sell.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Which is wait, what? A lot of Zoogles, eh? Alright, let's see. Sell. Cha-ching. Let's see. Buy a couple of these, because we use them. Oh no, I didn't want to sell. I wanted to buy. Ugh, now it's going to cost me more to buy them back. Now I need to sell stuff. Most of this stuff is not. Oh, we'll sell this. We'll sell this. Ugh, stupid. Stupid on my part. Very stupid. Wasn't paying attention. You know, we'll sell one of these. Well, yeah. And now, so we lost a little bit of money because I'm an idiot. Let's see, we can craft this. Great. And we can craft this. Craft this. Oh, we're running low on cash. This is why money is so important. I don't want to get rid of the old weapons because you see what the old weapons can get you. Selling chicken because we get plenty of that. Apple. It's like sell a little bit of food, sell a little bit of food. Craft. Great. And for him. So how do we get? We need 3,400 for this, and we need another 6,800. Manage all of those. Fantastic. Ooh, horse meat. Ooh, lovely. Chicken. Send them all to the ranch. sell? What am I gonna sell? This is, yeah, highly valuable. I could sell both of these to upgrade my weapons, but it's like, how is that really gonna be worth it? Some of these, like, I don't mind selling because you wanna, you know what? We're gonna sell it. We're gonna sell this. I'm not gonna use a lot of these. The lesser ones especially. So there we go. Now, oop, hold on. Forge, craft weapon, flashbang. Oh, I'm out of stir. I don't have the items for it now because I used it for her shield. So look at that. Spent all that money and I couldn't get this one anyway. Wah, wah. Oh well. It was the right move. It was the right move. We'll camp. We'll cook. We'll replenish our health and whatnot, and then we'll save.
There are still so many creatures we...
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like
Of course they did, Money Man. I said it a while ago, man, that whoever
It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot.
whoever won the wild card game was not going to do anything against the Rays, man.
And I mean
I know you got to have hope and you root for your team and all that, but like this was not a surprise. This is not a surprise.
However,
That's why the wild card game is ridiculous as it is, because it's just like
people aren't just going to wait on you
a lot of times,
Yes, you're absolutely right.
especially that you wasted your #1 starter in the wild card game. It actually puts, I get it puts more emphasis on winning the division, but I still think the one game playoff is stupid. I really do. But yeah, you'll probably lose in 4 games, just like the Yankees would have lost in 4 games. The only team I think that will sweep, I think, is the Brewers over the Braves.
Moments such as this provide
That's
me
it.
ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult
So
to
there's
tend
your
with my
posture
own
check.
motivations.
What do you mean?
So I'll
The
crack
truth
my
of
back
the
too.
matter is that my espousal
There
of
we go.
coexistence in Menancia
Yeah, sorry, dude.
came from an idealistic
It's not your
place.
year.
That
Like I
instinctive
really
unease
don't think. I mean,
deep within.
it's probably gonna be. I think it's gonna be Dodgers. Excuse me, Giants versus Rays. 'Cause I think the Giants win in 5. But whoever wins that series, that's your World Series winner. Giants or
Looking at
Dodgers.
her now,
Flip a coin.
I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Did I miss anything? Doesn't look like it. You mean you hope the Giants beat the Dodgers? There you go. Okay, yeah. Again, because Scherzer was used yesterday, I think the Giants have the edge, and I think that's going to be the difference. Honestly.
This is a true masterpiece, no less than culinary art.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
So it's gonna be interesting.
Sorry for
It's
rambling on so
yeah.
much about my
Actually, you should. It's
past
funny. You
earlier.
should. If you could have, it would have been the first hour of the stream. We really went over this in depth.
Come
We had a
on,
good
you
crowd,
don't
and then
have
at
to
11
pretend
o'clock,
with
everybody
me.
went to bed.
I know I can tend to go on sometimes.
No, the Brewers have only been to 1 World
You said it,
Series.
not me.
Back in
Something
1980,
for you to be embarrassed about.
83.
Hey,
I want to say it was 83. The Brewers lost to the Cardinals. That's back when the Brewers were
was
still in the
there ever a
American
time
League.
when
It was 82 or 83.
Someone younger than
I'm
you?
trying to remember.
Well,
It was before my
it's
night
hard
time,
to
that's
say.
for sure.
I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest with the Lord before Dohalim.
No, sorry. The 83 was the Orioles over the Phillies. So 82 then. 82 had to be the 82 was the Cardinals over the Brewers, led of course by the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith, 1982, Cardinals over the Brewers. That was the only time the Brewers ever been to a World Series. They have never won one.
I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the
Yeah, I don't want
one
the
person I should
Astros,
have
but I think they're
trusted
actually now after today. I think they're gonna beat the White
most.
Sox.
Praise
I
Dohalim for
think.
that.
I was really surprised at how bad
simply
Lance Lynn
didn't want
was
to
after
face
the season
facts.
he's had, but
And I
those are the
ended up
breaks.
trying to
Those are the
project my
breaks. Him
ideals
too.
onto
He's been
everyone
prone to
else.
these kind of starts. He's
It's strange.
inconsistent.
Whenever
He's
you
been
and
more
Dohalim
consistent
talk
this year
about
than
minutes,
in recent years, but he isn't what he once was, and Lance McCullers absolutely dominated today. So I mean, right now it looks like it's gonna be Rays Astros, and in that regard, I hate to say it, but I'm actually rooting for. I would root for the Rays.
Maybe it was a mistake when Menencia.
And then yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not rooting for the
and I
Dodgers.
decided to stop seeing the darkness in our
So
society.
yeah, at that point, I would probably go.
I have to
I'd love to see the Brewers upset everybody and win it
to
all.
myself, first of all.
But we'll see.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay.
I really think if the Giants beat the Dodgers, I think the Giants win it all. Honestly. So.
Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
All right, this is supposed to be. I guess I don't know. I never done this one, but I guess it's gonna be super hard. So let's save the game. And see what's. Can I go in here? Oh, I probably had to jump over that. Okay, a little bit of platforming here in the JRPG. All right, let's get a running start. Here we go. And oh, I didn't make it. Oh, or maybe yeah. No, I guess I can't go in yet.
Not this way, I guess.
Yeah, but then what way? There's no other way in. Yeah, Money Man. Well, I guess that's a little thing to be rooting for, I suppose, as a Red Sox fan. Yeah, I guess I can't. I guess. All right. I guess this is not the way. This is not the way. The opposite, of course, of Star Wars and of course Mandalorian. But I mean, it makes sense. The story goes back the other way anyway. But I was curious to see what was in that tower. Might be something for post game. So back to the mountain trail and then back down to the next section. And I mean, at least we unlocked another fast travel point, which means we can get there quickly if we have to. But yeah, Money Man, it is what it is. Again, whoever I said it weeks ago. Whoever wins the wild card game is just playing for the right to lose to Tampa Bay in the first round. That's it. Nope, didn't want to go this way. Didn't want to go this way. Sure, Money Man. I played Diamond Dynasty. I actually went a nice little tear on one of the events today. I don't ever play Diamond Dynasty when I'm streaming because there's a little bit of lag. I mean, and as you know, especially if you're facing a pitcher that throws 100, a little bit of lag can kill you. What's up, Mel? How's it going, buddy? So yeah, so it can be hard sometimes. That's why I haven't been streaming it because I actually do pretty decent in the events. I'm already up to 11 wins going after that Ricky Henderson card. But yeah, and I don't play a lot of the ranked season, but yeah, the Rams held on. It was the Seahawks put up a fight, but the Rams are just too good, and the Seahawks are not what they were even just a couple of years ago. So it is what it is. Yeah, he'll probably get a very good playoff card for sure. We'll see who the heroes will be. Yeah, that Ricky Henderson card, because my best card, hands down, is that 97 career steals Lou Brock card. To have Lou Brock and then Ricky Henderson 1-2, those speedsters at the top of the lineup, think that could be good. Yeah, I know, Mel. I know he made it interesting there at the end, but the Rams are just too good.
Looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah. This doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen.
I think you're gonna see a lot of
This is clearly a Renan.
you're gonna see a lot of good cards obviously come out of the playoffs.
Hey,
Yeah.
check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danon legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Through an Elgato, Mel. Through an Elgato. I do not use the I do not use the go through the system, no.
It must mean
And maybe
the
that's
Renans
why
have
there's a
lost
little bit of
control
lag.
the city.
Right? Because it has to go through an extra device. That's also why sometimes people will comment on
Hard to believe.
comment on my TikToks. They're like, why are you calling the home run the second before it happens? It's like, well, there's a delay sometimes.
They might be able to tell us what happened.
So there you go. I actually even hear it in my audio, actually. I can hear it in the game, I can hear it in the dialogue.
This is horrible.
So,
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
but I mean, maybe that's the
And
thing to
if
fix.
that's the
Look
case,
into fixing in the
then where do
future.
you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have
But
been
the
Danon
Elgato's
and
still doing
Renans,
its
right?
job, still
That's a
working.
good question.
It's
Even
an
if the
HD
Danons
60, a
rebelled
few
and
years old
managed to
now.
overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan Astral Arts?
Perhaps.
No, Money Man. I've always had subs have always been available. I think now I've just added a button that makes it easier because
Story you told us about the Dark Lord.
subs help.
It said that the evil
Sub,
king
you know, I
would
mean,
go
that's
for
how
the
I don't
king,
make.
right?
Yes, that's how I get the face cam. Exactly, Mel.
And
Exactly.
there might be some
Um,
truth to that old
the
story
honest
after
truth
all.
is that I make
Looks like
very
our
little money from
planet is
ads.
scarred by flames.
I
Let's not
make
jump to
there's
any
you know
conclusions just yet.
the money most streamers make is from
Might
donations
be
like
able to get him to
bits
tell us what
or
happened.
from subs. You know what I mean? It's so the subs help. The subs are a big deal when I can get them. You know what I mean? It's the difference
What do
between
you mean take care of?
you know one day I'd like to do this, you know, put more time into this,
Yep.
but I
If this
can't
stays lit, we could end up in
if
real
I don't make
trouble
any money
real
from
fast.
it. You know? I
apologize
make very little
for
money on
being
TikTok. I make very little money on
Be more
Twitch.
careful in the future.
I make no money on YouTube
It's
because I don't have enough sub. I don't have enough
without
subs over
itself
there.
never even
Which,
occurred to
if
me.
y'all haven't yet,
Moving on, Dohalim, I should
please
mention that the class
check out the
for your
chat.
cape is
I'm
about
putting
to
it in
come
now.
undone.
Please go check out my
Oh, yes.
YouTube.
I tried to fix that
Or some
myself.
sub, or actually
Since
sub
you
to the
refused
YouTube,
cooperate with me.
so I can
Can't
start
believe
getting
I'm
ad
hearing
dollars
this.
from that.
Are
But
you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like
it's
Dohalim
just,
have attendants that
yeah,
take care
that's
of
the
just about
deal.
everything
That's the
they
deal,
need.
guys.
So, I'm
So,
not
how you
surprised
guys
that they
doing? The
have
week is
struggled
almost
with
over.
basics.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Even by
Huzzah,
those
huzzah.
standards, you've got to admit, this is still a little extreme.
Yeah, so what ends up happening, Money Man, is a lot of times I take the full stream and it goes on YouTube the next day. So
In my case, circumstances
yeah, you can
forced
see
me to
my
learn
you
how
can
to
see
be
my a lot of my old
even
stuff
so,
on
I
YouTube.
still think Dohalim
A lot
can
of
afford
old
to
stuff
pick
that
up
I
a
used
few
to do
more
way back
self-sufficient
when.
skills.
Well,
But
specifically
now it's
speaking,
primarily
what would you
my
suggest
MLB
that
The
I
Show
learn?
streams are
For
put
starters,
there.
I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress and put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important, and learning to manage your possessions better.
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to
Nice,
nest,
Money
would
Man.
you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
Oh yeah,
do you
it's all
intend to
good,
do
man.
with
Well,
Yeah, you can go back and see all the old streams from earlier in the year if you want. It's all good.
feathers are very
But it's all good, man. It's all good. I appreciate it. Look, again, everything helps. Every little bit helps. You guys hanging out here helps. It drives my average up, right? And guys, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you go to the TikTok, Instagram, it all makes me more valuable, possibly to sponsors and to the industry, so that I can start getting games for free. I appreciate it, Mel. It means a lot, man. I'm being 100% serious, guys. Every person matters. Every person helps. It really means a lot when somebody can jump on and follow another account from here, right? That's the hardest thing doing anything in social media, is that somebody finds you on Instagram. Oh, also follow my Twitter. Oh, you follow me on TikTok? Also follow me on Twitch and YouTube. It's So it's a big deal when you follow somebody because, you know, if you're trying to do this, not even full time, but even to make any real money off of this, like, just to be comfortable. Because I'm not gonna lie, guys, I live paycheck to paycheck on my day job. You know, like, I'm not, you know, I have my own apartment, right? But that's about it. You know, and I pay rent every month like everybody else. And so it's a big deal when, you know, if I can go to companies and be like, hey, listen, I got 15,000 folks on TikTok. I got 100 subs on Twitch. I got 1,000 YouTube subs. It matters. It matters to a lot of folks. You know what I mean? A follow's good. A sub is better. It's just one of those things, you know? Follow the podcast, right? You know? Oh, yeah, Money Man. Money Man, I know a lot of you guys are just discovering me for the first time, and I appreciate it, and I love all yous, and it means a lot. But I've been at this for since I was 14 years old, man. I started hosting my own local access sports show back in my hometown in Jersey. I did that in college. And yeah, I used to do stuff for Electronic Gaming Monthly, Walmart, ESPN, ABC. Like, I've got all of those folks, all those brands under my belt. I've interviewed Super Bowl champions. I've interviewed when the Giants won Super Bowl 42, I got to talk to Sean O'Hara and David Deal, the center and the left tackle, right? Like, I had a long interview with them. Like, it just... No, I know, Money Man, and I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, like I've talked to Austin. I've talked to Goldberg. I've talked to Lesnar. I've talked to Sean... Yeah, I talked to Sean White, the gold medalist snowboarder, right? Like... snowboarder and skateboarder. I've talked to Tony Hawk. Like, I've been around, man. But that also shows you it's so hard to break through in this media industry, in this world that we are in right now. It is so hard to get people's attention. Brock Lesnar is actually just a really kind of quiet and cool dude. Like, he kind of like his persona is now, like he says on TV. The dude just wants to be left alone. But I'll say this, him and Heyman, when the cameras roll, they turn it on immediately. They know what they're there for. They know how to sell. They're great at what they do. Yeah, they're really cool. That's awesome, Money Man. He must be one hell of a skateboarder then. That is fantastic. Seriously, like, that is really awesome. Anybody who can work with somebody like that, and, like, that's a big, big deal. It's a big deal. So props to your cousin, man. Like, no lie. No cap, as the kids say, right? Hey, look at that. We found an owl. You know. Well, I mean...
One of your buddies.
Can't skateboard forever, can't play football forever. Oh, thank you, Mel. I appreciate it, man. And good for you. Congrats on graduating. Seriously, that's a big deal. That is a big, big deal to graduate college with a degree. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the world, man. Good luck. Like, it is worth it. It is worth fighting for. And also be ready to roll with the punches. Things can turn on a dime, man. Life is crazy. You know, I don't mean to sound like the old man, but I kind of am, you know? Like, I've like I said, I've been doing this now for, oh man, 22 years. I can't believe it. Oh man. I forget I've been doing it that long sometimes, but seriously, like, it is a fun, wild ride, guys. I've been on so many adventures. I've been all over the world. I've covered events in Japan, Belarus, Germany, Italy, France, England, all over Canada, all over the US. It's been a wild ride. It has been a wild, wild ride. And I'm not bragging. Like, I'm not bragging. I'm just trying to say, like, stick with it, man. Do not ever discount the freedom you can get from a steady paycheck. Money Man, that's very kind, man. I appreciate that. Look, if I can, I know because sometimes I can be the grumpy old man or whatever, but it means a lot whenever somebody can kind of look at me and try and you know, just pay it forward and try and start their own thing. And yeah, man, like you never know. You never know. And I wish best of luck to you. You know, I mean, you guys have probably heard about all the leaks, but it just shows how many people are making money, maybe not a living, but at least making money on Twitch. And so you never know, man. There's no reason why you can't get a slice of that bread. You know what I mean?
All of you, stop right there. Don't move.
Get that bread, boys. Get that bread.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first. Show yourself.
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I...
Yeah, Mel, get an Elgato, man. I think they're like, what, a couple $100, right? And I got, my microphone was a couple $100. I use my webcam that's in my laptop, so I mean, it's a little bit of an investment. But dude, I've been putting money in my own gear for a long time now. I did not get like reimbursed from ESPN when I got a lot of my own stuff, let me tell you. Money, man, that is just as important as anybody else's job. Get that bread and use that money to pay for stuff in your free time. The only thing I'll say that I wish I had done a little more of when I was younger is enjoy it. I enjoyed a lot of it, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I got so wrapped up in what the next thing was, the next thing was, the next thing was. I was so focused on work and getting to that end goal that I didn't always enjoy the ride. I enjoyed a lot of it, but I didn't always enjoy it. And not to say it's all pleasant either. There are also times where it's fair not to enjoy it. There are times where you're going to be kicking yourself and wanting to kick others.
I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
That's awesome, Mel. That's awesome.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix. Not this way, I guess.
No, it's gonna make me go. Make me go here. Oh, what's this here? A little chicken, a little bit of chicken. All right. Oh, server maintenance in the show.
So
yes, Gallo was very disappointing. Odoms. He hit a $140, I think, as a Yankee. He was very disappointing.
the armor beats you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that.
You play by my rules.
Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women.
You gotta remember, Odoms, only 13 of those were as a Yankee. And the thing is not all those home runs really mattered that much. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get God of War for sure, Money Man. Definitely. You remember, 25 of those home runs were in Texas. The dude hit a $140. A $140 and 13 home runs? Are you kidding me? How is that not disappointing? The dude is a bum.
That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
And even with that short porch and right, he still hit a lot of cheap fly ball outs.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. Not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
Yeah, money.
I wouldn't be so sure.
It's like, I'm sorry, but like that's the same as Gary Sanchez. Oh, he hit 21 home runs. He batted 205. He batted 205. And like 6 of those home runs were against Baltimore. Like, come on.
Is it not? If so,
Shut
then
mouth, witch, that's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danons, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Is that the case? Tell me the point of the show.
And my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. Scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now.
I hope he guts this guy. I'm already like sick of this guy with the eye patch.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough. Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm, and don't ever come back. This is Danon's realm, and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here, and I make the rules.
He's just as bad as the dictator that he overthrew.
The dark way!
Yes! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm. We're not afraid of any bright eyes.
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last bright eye out of this realm.
The Darkwing!
Not my game, money man. It's not my thing. I know it's very popular, that Fortnite, but those aren't my games, right? I can't, especially Fortnite. I can't get into a multiplayer only game because like
Hey, wait up.
I need a story. I need something else there. Like at least with sports games I can build my own story.
Should've left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the
And
look
yeah,
on your face
Minecraft,
in
it
that.
just,
That's how
I don't
things
know.
are
There's just
here.
not enough.
He loses his temper. Then I step
It's
in.
cool that they give you a bunch of tools, create what you want, whatever. It's just not for me. I want a more structured experience. I think is the best way to put it when I play a video game.
For what Deadeye said in there.
So this is a JRPG called Tales of Arise, and basically you play mainly as the guy Alphen, the dude with the white hair and the half mask. He's
Like that.
you're trying to save the world, right? There's these 5 realms ruled by light, wind, earth, water, and fire. There's also a dark realm that they hinted at. That probably will be the last realm you have to go to. You're trying to liberate it.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the
No, Mel, I never heard of Total Extreme
Any
Wrestling.
ideas where she might be?
But yeah, no, it's yeah, you basically go around and you're trying to save the world, right? By destroying the 5 or probably 6 dictators that rule everything.
You're not going after her, are you?
And you've got this special holy sword, the blazing sword on your back, and it means you're probably like the chosen one.
Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I'll have to look into it, Mel, for sure, man.
Keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors
You're
of
right,
a
Money
certain
Man. It's not the
fiery
same anymore. The
sword that
WWE
spread
games.
fast. I doubt anyone will be eager
No
to give
mercy,
you guys
man.
problems.
Heck, even as soon as just like 4 or 5 years ago, it was
You're on
better.
your own, but good hunting.
Last year's game, the game, couple years before, it's just been on a steady decline.
How come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with 2 of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
That's also true, Money Man. WWE in general is going down. AE dub, AE dub, AE
Figure out
dub.
what our next move is there.
That's true, Mel. Not only that, but then when they also got rid of Ukes as the developer. 2K13, 14, 16 was pretty good.
To be a rebel, so he could have a rooster rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he...
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alvin. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so
That
long,
sounds interesting, Mel. What
it's easy
system
to
is it on?
accept
Or is
that's
it
how
just a
should be
PC
because
game?
It's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
PC? Yeah, see, I'm not a big PC guy. More of a console game. This game's on all the
Just
systems,
don't know,
I think
man.
except for Switch. I don't know if it's on
Don't
Switch.
know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruin.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, you take down...
Yeah,
one
well, Macs are
big
good
enemy
for
to
other
replace
things,
them
Mel.
with
I have a Mac as well. Like, I have a PC. I have a Dell laptop, but my Mac is what I use primarily for my work, video editing, voiceover work, or whatever.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city
A
is liberated,
lot of scenes
yet
in
the
this
air
game.
still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me
2K14 was a great game, Money Man. 13, 14, 16 was very good, if I remember correctly. I think 17 was solid. And then they got rid of Ukes, and then you saw a steady decline from like 17 onward.
Musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play.
Yeah, no, they was very good. I used to go to 2K. I used to work with 2K a lot for a lot of events. I used to, yeah. I met Natalia. I met one time. You guys, well, you guys know. Yeah.
Have I not mentioned it?
Yeah, those were the good old days. Those were the good old days. Yeah, I used to go to SummerSlam every year because I used to go and cover the game there, and then they would give me a ticket for SummerSlam, which was always a lot of fun. And then they'd always get mad whenever I called them out on stuff and like give them like a 6 out of 10 or something, and be like, "Yeah, the game wasn't that good this year."
The ebb and flow of time.
The life of a games journalist.
People on the wind.
Gotta have those morals.
Dohalim.
Just because they give you a code doesn't mean you have to be nice to them.
Loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
It's like, you ever watch Straw Hat Goofy? I think it's his name on TikTok. He does all the movies, but Disney flies him to all the premieres and stuff, and he still sometimes makes fun of their movies and bashes them because that's what you got to do, right? As a journalist, you need the access. As an entertainment journalist, you need the access, but you also can't be afraid to speak your mind and have an opinion, even if they don't agree with it.
Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
It's what makes you credible. Yeah, no, he does a great job. He does a great job, Mel. He's very good at what he does. Not denying that whatsoever. But yeah, you know, he talked about it in it too. He talked about that in one of his videos, and I really appreciated him doing that because I know how it is. I've been there.
What's wrong?
right.
What the?
Hey,
Yeah!
good.
Yeah, I can't wait either. Have you guys watched the season finale of What If yet? Did you guys watch What If?
All right!
All right. I say there's a bit of a lull in the middle of the season, Mel, but it finishes so strong, man. Like, the 2-part season finale is so good. Hey, man, it's mine too, Money Man. It's mine too, brother. Like, it's Star Wars, all that stuff. I can't wait for Book of Boba Fett. Like, I haven't watched all of Visions yet, but I liked the first episode. 2 and 3 were, but 1 was good for Visions. Money Man, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. Can't wait for the Diamond and Pearl remake coming out in a couple of months. And you got Arceus coming out, and I think end of January? I think it's end of January. We'll play that here on the channel at some point for sure. Dude, I play Pokemon Go still all the time. I used to have a Pokemon card deck. I used to compete competitively with Pokemon cards. I haven't done it in a long time. I mean, if Pokemon was... That'd be something if Pokemon went to Xbox or something. But yeah, love Pokemon. Love it. Oh, man. Yes. You're amongst friends, Money Man. You're amongst friends, brother. Welcome. Welcome. Dude, this is what we talk about on my podcast all the time. It's the same thing as Geeks Who Like Sports. It's baseball and Star Wars and Marvel and wrestling, and that's all we talk about. Like, it's my podcast. Zekrom? Nice. I'm old school, so for me, my favorite Pokemon is still Blastoise. Blastoise got a special place in my heart forever, right? Squirtle was my original starter in Pokemon Red. But Zekrom's a good one, man. Another good legendary. It's a legendary right there.
Oh, just great.
Excuse me.
Oh, man. Yeah, no. Cannot wait. November 19th. Diamond and Pearl remake. Sounds like I'm gonna have to play it here for a New Game Friday. You know, Mel, it's definitely not easy, man. It is not easy, but when push comes to shove, I definitely go with I definitely got to go with my OG. Oh, nice Money Man. That's pretty cool.
Can't we just look around the area for...
Pokemon? I want to say... I want to say it's something like 900, man. Like, it's close to 900, I think, is the full Pokedex. I'll let you know real quick. Yeah, 898. 800, yeah, I said it was almost 900. 898 is the full Pokedex now. Yo, Lapras is a good one. Water Ice. You can give it Blizzard, Ice Beam, Surf, and Hydro Pump. You're ready for anything, man. You're ready for anything. If you want to mix up something, you want to give it something like a Mist or whatever to lower other guys' accuracy. Lapras is always a good Pokemon. It is one of those that I call like a near legendary, right? Because it's so rare and so powerful if like pumped up all the way. Lapras is good. Lapras is very good, Mel. Another OG Pokemon. Another of the original 151. So I feel you. I feel you.
Clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different.
Yeah, I got some good shinies too.
Now you're into this.
I just got a shiny Cranidos actually in Pokemon Go. I just hatched one. You know, Mel, for a long time I did that too. I only used 4 attacks and like never did Mr. Lear, but like as later on, you might, depending on what it is, especially if it was a grass type, I'd have like a sleep powder or a poison powder or a toxic or something. But like for the longest time, yeah, like Blastoise again. My Blastoise was Surf, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and I think like Headbutt or something, like a normal attack. Also, I love that Blastoise could learn Ice Beam all the way from G1. Like that was like, I loved that when I learned it could learn Ice Beam. I'm trying to think. Let's see, anything I can sell? No. Nothing. Oh, we got another quest. Another side quest.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Already got what she needs. Look at that. Insta finish and a recipe in return.
Great.
Yes.
Hey. Good.
Really? What?
Yes.
Yeah, I had a good team in Sword also.
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
Uh-oh.
All right.
Yes.
Over there.
Huh?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, I went with Score Bunny. I went with the Fire Starter for once. I finished with the Poison Legendary that you have to battle. I also went with Shield. So I had the Shield Legendary. I had Dreadnought, which was the water turtle that you can find in the field. Who else did I have? Oh man, I'm trying to think. Because you have to have a balanced lineup, right? Like you have to have a balanced lineup.
Huh.
All right.
Huzzah! All
By
right.
the by, Shield, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share?
Let's see. We got some skill points to spend now. Yeah, definitely. Anything increased damage, I'm all for. Oh, especially if I didn't realize. Gives me more elemental attack. Barbacle. Okay. All right. Yes, the Corviknight. I had Corviknight also. Yeah, I had Corviknight. I had that too. Yeah, I can't think of my 6th. I can't. Oh, wow. We got some... You know what? I have a feeling that later on that's going to be very important. Call it a hunch. This will be useful for him. Let's see. Ooh, a rare dark attack. Definitely need that one. increase this damage for sure. And then let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do that one too. All right. Yeah, Mel, I played Skyrim. Skyrim, I'm not gonna lie, Skyrim wasn't particularly my favorite RPG. I appreciate it for what it did. I actually like Dragon Age more than Skyrim. I'm not gonna lie. More of a Dragon Age guy.
What sort of clothes are currently in fashion on?
So another cutscene triggered.
Certainly has a few screws loose. That's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
So,
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after
trying to
her.
think.
I second that.
I want to see how the
think
votes
it's
are
the best
going
thing
on
to
this
do
Twitter
right now.
poll.
We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
Yeah, I mean, Skyrim is fine, but I'm
I'm
more a Dragon Age guy.
But between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree.
Oh, with only an hour left in the voting, Far Cry has the narrowest of leads. So it looks like Far Cry 6 is going to be our game for tomorrow, for New Game Friday. So be sure to come back for that if you guys want,
Chooses to build in
obviously.
their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfont told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia.
I appreciate that, Mel. I really appreciate that.
Where are you going?
I think after this cutscene, I think we'll call it a night.
Alphen,
I'll save and call it a night.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this
Also,
hour?
I really gotta go to the bathroom.
just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the
I drank a lot of water during and before the stream. Gotta stay hydrated, boys, especially when you get older. You get to be my age. It's a good team right there, Money Man. That is a very good team. It's a very balanced team.
The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise.
I feel like I had a fairy type in my final 6, but I can't remember.
Maybe even lean on me a little.
It might have been an electric. I can't remember.
And if I say I will you
I can't believe I'm
finally
blanking
give it
on
a
the last
rest?
one.
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
Yeah, looks like Far Cry 6 tomorrow. Same time, same bat time, same bat channel. I'll actually because it's a violent game, I'll have to,
So we're just going to check things out, right? Whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time,
put
pay
on the adult,
attention.
I think the adult warning. I mean, that's fair, Money Man. I mean, you play how you want to play, brother. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody I ain't gonna judge you. Oop, did I go the wrong way? Valley of the Four Winds, Bahagsar. Am I going the right way? I hope I'm going the right way. If not, I'm gonna go back anyway. So I want to see something.
Got sand in my eyes.
More cutscenes. It's the thing with the JRPG is you just like one more thing, one more thing, one more thing. Next thing you know, it's been 7 hours.
As strongly as ever.
You can definitely see.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and
Yeah, I hope they bring back GM mode, Mel. It's just it's.
leaving each realm one element.
Unfortunately, at this point, you
Is that
just
because
can't
some
trust
elements are
2K.
easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly
Kind of like how you can't trust
I
WWE.
suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over
Oh, not
resources.
Natu, the psychic flying type. Yeah.
You'd think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority, fighting ourselves, though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like...
Oh yeah, funny. I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even...
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some...
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of...
All right, Money Man, I'm wrapping up here too anyway, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out. Again, tomorrow, it looks like at the moment we're going to be playing Far Cry 6. That is the plan at the moment. There's still an hour left in voting. Not to say it can't swing the other way to Metroid Dread, but at least right now, looks like we're going Far Cry 6 on Xbox. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your Thursday. I really appreciate it. But I'm going to wrap, after this scene, I'm going to wrap it up no matter what anyway. Have a great night, guys. Be well, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow at some point. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who tuned in over the last 2 hours plus. Good night. Be well. Take care of yourselves. And, yeah, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.